Now let's hear from Kabia, who's in Kensington. Good morning.
I was just listening a few minutes ago, and you were saying how kind of used something against people, youngsters wearing hoodies.
No, I think you've misunderstood.
Okay, well...
Well, what I was saying was that if you were taking troublemakers, right, be them wearing a hood or not wearing a hood, and I said that I doubt very much if any of them would have much of a conscience.
For us, yeah, what is it to do? If we walk in 3 or 4 people, group, we get pulled over by the police. It happens. Do you know what it is? I admit, my parents have no control over me. I think, I admit, there's a huge problem with me. I need to understand and respect, and I don't respect the people who have brought me up into this world. And that's where all the youngsters go wrong, where I turn around and tell my mum, you can't tell me what to do because the law tells me that I have a right to say whatever I want. And that's the thing.
But why would you say that to your mum?
Why? Is because, do you know where it started from?
Because you're wrong. You're aware of that.
Yeah, I'm aware of that, but you know where it started from, honestly, and I know it's the saddest excuse, but I got it from television. It was one of those Hilton girls where they turned around and told their dad, stuff it, I'll do
But you surely must look at, the Hilton girls or whoever you're referring to. And, you look at these people and you can't have any respect for them. I mean, why would you have them as a role model? Why would you want to copy their behaviour? I mean, look where it got her in prison. Yeah,
but do you know why us youngsters are like that? Because our parents, they don't come to us, and ask us what we been up to, what interests us. They don't even consider about. My parents don't even want to take me to Kensington, so I have to bunk school to go there. Like, even on a weekend. I mean, my old man can't make time for me. My mum can't even speak the language of English, so how the hell can I get help from my homework? You all make it like, it's you. It's all the parents, Don't have kids if you can't, raise them up into reasonable, respectful people, Like, I've decided, in a 2-year time, I'm going to the army, because that way, at least I will have a bit of pride, dignity, and, maybe done bad things, but give something back to my country and, do something about it. But it's all parents,
But I think whenever we have this debate, Kabia, we often and almost always find that we are placing the blame on the parents. We are never blaming the kids, ever. We are always looking to apportion blame to those that, as you say, don't have kids if you are unable to control them or you're unable to bring them up properly. And, whenever I've debated this, and I've done it again and again and again on this programme, we always say that it's the parents. And, you're speaking firsthand, and, I have great respect for you from the way that you say it. And, I think it's unfortunate that you feel the need to play truant or run riot or do whatever, but it's not for you to blame your parents necessarily. I mean, it's for us to blame your parents, and your parents need to deal with it. You have the right and the ability to stop this hereditary chain of events and make some changes for the better, because you sound like you don't need your parents to know the difference between right and wrong.
I think us, some youngsters, like all parents say, do this. Why? The more someone tells me don't smoke, my parents don't click on. Never say to kids, don't. Do you get it? Never.
How old are you, Kabir?
Coming to 16.
Because, I mean, I remember being 16 very well, wasn't that long ago. And if anybody ever told me what to do, I would do the opposite, okay? And, that's not something that's been invented by the current youth culture. That is something that's been around since time began. Young people do not want to be told what to do. They want to be allowed to just do their thing. And, that's kind of okay. And I think parents really need to realise that and deal with it. And as you say, if your parents are not even able to speak the language properly, then there will be issues surrounding your upbringing that could do with some serious tweaking, undoubtedly. And you could argue that, parents are lazy or they're not making the effort to do the right thing by you. But, as I said before, and I take my hat off to you for saying you want to join the army and give you something back to your country, but The army is not wanting to take a lot of the young people around at the moment, simply because they don't understand respect. And the army regime is all about respect. And in the army, if someone tells you to do something, if you don't do it, you are out. So how are you going to change enough to be able to allow that element of hierarchy to take hold of you, and you have respect for it? Could you handle the army, Kabia?
There's a difference, yeah? The army is about give and take respect. With my parents, it isn't. It isn't. The sad thing is, hands on heart, I'm not a racist person, but the sad thing is, yeah, I'm an Asian guy, yeah, and I'm talking white guy who understands me more than my own father does. Do you know how much that hurts? Because speaking to you is like, I can just be open, but why can't I be like that with my own man? I can't be. Because he just doesn't understand. A, he wasn't born in this country, and B, he can't even sling 2 sentences together in English. So how the hell am I supposed to communicate with a man like that? And he comes in and it's just like, oh, he's tired from work. But hello, I'm like 15, man. Why don't you ask me how was my day in school? You just don't. You see it all about, yeah, I'm the man of the house, you know, I say what I want, I wear the trousers, you know, I put food on the table. What you do? You go out causing trouble. Why? It's because you ain't asked me, son, how was your day in school? 2 weeks on the roll. Never. Nothing about how I was. It's about, oh, you study, you know, and your homework. Nothing about, yeah, let's go out bowling, let's, you know, do something. Do you know what it is? There's no family time. They don't make time for us. Full stop. That's all it comes down to. Respect is about give and take with your kids, which is give time to them. Try to understand. You know, sink down to our level sometimes, you know. Wear a hoodie. I'd love my own man to dress up in LG once a while. Make me laugh. You know, it's too much to ask just to be sociable. You know, but they all think they want to be strict with kids.
Do you think that your parents are just doing what they think is right, and they're trying their best, but maybe their best is just not good enough? No. And do you understand the fact that, you know, maybe they just don't know because there is no instruction for parents? No, I think what it comes down to, because my parents came from a country that hasn't had democracy, all it's had was, if your kids don't listen to you, you just beat them, full stop. You know, so my mum and dad, they all been hit, and because I live here, I always tell them, you know, I'm in the UK, you hit me and I'll do you. That's all it is. You know, yeah, but that's a threat. That's not about compromise, is it? And I think that there's a difference. I mean, have you had the conversation with them regarding the fact that you are living in a democracy? It's not about your human rights. It's about you having mutual respect for your parents and then respecting the fact that you are now living in a democratic country. But you're still underage, you know, you're still considered, they are still your guardian, effectively.
Obviously, yeah.
And you live under their roof, and therefore you abide by their rules. But all I'm suggesting is maybe you could have that conversation with them about how to improve things for your upbringing and for your life, and subsequently for their lives, because they will enjoy their lives more if you and they are seeing eye to eye.
Oh man, what you're saying is hurting me so much, because you're so right. I wish I could hear it from them, you know? It would make so much difference. Have you got any kids of your own?
I don't.
Do you want one?
You're not up for adoption just yet, Kabia. Seriously, you're way off that one. Listen, do me a favour.
Yeah.
Make a plan, and make it your priority.
Okay.
And whilst you have the option to go out and hang out with your mates and kick cans around just to pass the time so you don't have to go home and listen to the crap that your parents might be spouting...
Language.
I just would ask you, please, to make a plan, sanctions. Think of yourself as a UN special envoy.
What, like Tony Blair?
Yeah. Kofi Annan.
I can't be Kofi Annan.
Well, just try. But go home and pick your time wisely and make a plan and just try and make this work and talk. Thank you for your call.
Okay.
Take care.
I'll miss you already.
Miss you already, sir. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Ta-ta.
Valentine's Day is nearly here again.